Testes. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. Hey everybody, welcome to Bastille Day 2012, July 14th. We are psychiatric survivors and allegedly normal. There is no normal, of course. And we're here to celebrate the achievements of Patch Adams, who's here with us today. Especially his leadership in something a lot of people don't know about. Martin Luther King, for more than a decade, called for the International Association for the Advancement of Creative Maladjustment. Can you say that? The International Association for the Advancement of Creative Maladjustment. MLK said he was proud to be psychologically maladjusted, that we ought to be maladjusted to oppression, that the salvation of the world lies in the hands of the creatively maladjusted. And several years ago, the wonderful Patch Adams agreed to be an honorary chair of this to help manifest it. And MindFreedom International, this is our 26th year working on human rights in mental health. I just want to have Chrissy say a few words for the youth and young adults about why what Patch is doing is so crucial to psychiatric survivors like Chrissy.
Hi, yeah, I like to work with transition age youth and young adults with mental health challenges. And one of the things I think is just brilliant with Patch Adams is he brings laughter, which unfortunately children that are struggling, being forced to being medicated, oppressed, or even locked away from their friends and family, lose their imagination and laughter so young. And this man right here gets the chance to bring it back to children who have lost their belly for laughter.
Yes, thank you, Chrissy. Youth and young adults. And also we have Reverend Phil Schulman, Unitarian Universalist minister, who has worked for many years to change the mental health system. Phil, what's Patch helping us out with here in the movement?
I love it.
Love. It's all about love. It's all about humanity. Don't get lost in the labels. We have one heart, we have one soul, and we come together as community. We heal together and we grow together, and that's what it's all about.
All right, so we're going to have an amazing person present the award to Patch Adams, and that's Dr. Carl Hammerschlag, who's done spoken word here for several years. He's a psychiatrist in Arizona. He's an author, but most important, he's a leader in really challenging the mental health system. He's one of Patch's main people on mental health. He's here in his persona of the Truth Fairy, the Truth Fairy. After that happens, we're then going to do a sing-along for all of you who want to stay. The wonderful David Rogers, yay, an amazing musician, master's degree in classical guitar, psychiatric survivor, performer. We're going to do an ancient melody, Diggadonkins in Fry.
Say it loud,
so
I'm
hang
weird
out
and I'm
for
proud.
that.
Say it loud, I'm weird and I'm proud. Here
Yes.
Weird and
Also, we have Rick, who is from Lifelong Learning. Rick, where are you? There's Rick. Maybe we should begin with that and get the business out of the way. Rick has a donation for the Gesundheit Institute of $1,000 from here at Lifelong Learning to Patch's Gesundheit Institute. Rick, would you like to say a couple of words?
Yay!
Hi. All I want to do is say that, hi. All I want to do is say I believe in peace and love, and I believe that we can all heal each other. I believe that the natural state of a human being is love and kindness, and the only thing missing is a little bit of community and a little bit of cooperation. We started a company, my wife and I, Tanya, come here. It's a family business. Come here. It's we started the first organic fair trade chocolate company in the country, and it's all about being kind to people, right livelihood. I think that one of the main things I've ever heard that backs me up is Patch's philosophy in the modern world being articulated clearly. Everyone knows the truth. I really believe this. There's a lot of cynicism out there, but together we can do it. This is a one-year result of doing a project for the Gesundheit Institute. We're a family business. We love you all. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you.
Once they're passing out chocolate. I love the country fair.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah.
I'll take a
Tim Boyden, why don't you come up here? Because I want everyone to see Tim. And you can visit Tim's art gallery next to the Cafe Xenon in Broadway. But
Oh, yeah.
there you go. Carl is going to help me with a very heavy load, which is we're going to ask Carl to say a few words about why this work especially challenges the mental health system. And I want to say that in the last few years, Carl has really connected with us here at the community village. He's come by, he's spoken, he's available by email to chat with him. He's made videos for our movement. A big round of applause for Carl Hammerschlag, the Truth Fairy.
It's always amazing to be introduced by David Oakes because you never know what it is that he's going to ask you to say. And it's part of the spontaneity of what makes it possible just to come and make an introduction of my brother, Patch Adams. But then I wonder about my credibility. I mean, here's a 6'6" psychiatrist with an Ivy League pedigree of purported distinction, dressed as a pink ballerina. And the truth is that the only way that a psychiatrist can get paid attention to in contemporary life, unless you're peddling pills and making diagnoses, is to dress in a way that says, hey, pay attention to what's happening in contemporary psychiatry in this country, and that we are psychopathologizing the nature of the human experience, that all of us have a little creative maladjustment. You want to welcome and treasure it. What makes us beautiful and striving allows us to dare to dream. But in this culture, if you're feeling or doing anything unusual, if you're feeling anything other than wonderful in every moment, you could be suffering from a disease. If you're a little sad, if you're a little anxious, if you're a little depressed, there's of course a pill, a conspiracy to psychomedicalize us and render us dependent. 1 in 4 Americans has a diagnosable mental illness. 25% of this country carries a mental illness diagnosis because we have more and more diagnoses. And a new book is coming out that will create almost 500. It's very important not to get sucked into the idea that if you're feeling anything other than wonderful in every moment, it's un-American. Find a way to deal with what you feel. Instead of becoming chemically dependent, become interdependent. We heal better in community. We need to deal with existential despair and loneliness. We need to find ways that remind us that we are not alone. And Oregon Country Fair is a place to do that. It reminds us of our noblest self. It allows us to dare to dream. And Patch Adams is a dreamer. I am here in my official capacity as the Truth Fairy, my public clown persona. People come, they don't know what I do professionally. I make appearances like a busker somewhere here at the fair, and anybody can ask me an important question that they might like to hear the answer, but we're afraid maybe to find out about it. And you get 3 minutes with the Truth Fairy. It's a chance to make a connection with somebody at an intuitive level, vibrational level. What happens when people come together? It doesn't take a long time. 3 minutes, as long as it's real, and we come to each other as real. Patch Adams is the most real person that I know that ennobles the spirit of medicine and reminds me why I became a doctor. He is a visionary who doesn't give up easily, who has spent a lifetime struggling to get heard, and as probably the world's most recognizable humanitarian clown, talks about love and healing, which ought to be required in academic curricula for medicine. We need to somehow honor what it is that we do best when we heal, touch people's soul. We met 20 years ago. He touched my soul and told me that one day I could appear as a pink fairy in front of an audience. And I said, bullshit. So here I am to tell you, we all need to look at what we thought we knew in a new way. The way it was is not the way it is. Look again at what you know, and at all of your certainties. Certainty is just a tribute to arrogance and fear. Open yourself up. Look again. This is my holy brother who has allowed me to look again and reminds me of what I would choose to be, the incomparable Patch Adams.